Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky Setre. If this is the first time you're watching my video, remember to subscribe, like and share, and you can comment as well, and I'll be able to get back to you. So today's video is a question I'm answering from one of my lovely fans who wanted to know or to advise international nurses who are single parent and are about to come to the UK and start life as to how they can navigate the system. So to start with, I would say thank you to all the single parents out there, male or female, for all the hard work you're doing looking after your children. I know it's not easy, and good job, carry on. Now, you've got all your NMC requirements completed, and you've got your letter, and you're coming to the UK to do your OSCE. And you're thinking, I've got children, what do I do? Now, I will tell you the truth. Childcare is one of the most difficult situations all of us international nurses find ourselves in. If you're married, you share responsibility with your husband, but if you're not with anyone and you're a single parent, it means you would have to do everything you're on your own. Sometimes you may have to depend on friends and child carers. So if you're coming for the first time, you're coming to a country where you don't know anybody, you have no friends here, you're starting life very new, you don't know how the work environment is going to be, you don't know what shift you're going to be working. You may be working 8 to 6, 7:30 to 6, or you may be doing longer hours. And the question is, where do you leave the children? Who do you leave these children with? Because in the UK, you cannot leave children under 13 years old on their own any time of the day. You would be in trouble if you do that. So it is difficult. Now, another thing I would say is you're starting afresh. So my personal recommendation or advice would be, if you have a mother, father, trusted sister, brother, trusted relative back home who can help you with childcare, I'll leave the child with them, because over here it's not like back home where we have family members, we have house helps who can support us with childcare. We don't have them. You are on your own, I would say. So it's very difficult. So the best thing is, for the first year, leave the children behind. We have social media. You can do Zoom calls. You can do all sorts of video calls and keep in touch with your children every day. I know it's difficult as parents to leave your child behind, but you know the reason why you're making the trip or this decision to travel several miles away and leave them behind. So you have to weigh the advantages and the disadvantages. If you're here, you start earning, you can send money to support them. And as soon as you get your registration, you're able to save some money, you bring them over. Because before you actually bring your family over, when you're applying for them, you would be asked about certain particular amount of money that you have to show that you can support them when they get here. So you have to save some money, you have to get decent accommodation, and whilst you're here, make friends who also have children, so that you can share responsibility of childcare. So you look after their children when they are working, they also look after yours when you're on duty. Otherwise, you would find it very difficult bringing a child when you're starting afresh. Now, the average childcare cost in the UK, I would say, if it is with registered childminder for a child under 2 years for 50 hours a week, you may be paying about £233. If it is with a nursery, 50 hours per week for under 2 years old, you may be paying over £253 a week. This is average. If you're having a live-in carer, you may be paying about, for 50 hours, you may be paying about £400 to £650 a week, including tax and all the insurance and all those things. So it is very, very difficult. The government does give about 573 hours, which is divided into 15 hours per week for childcare in the nurseries and all that. But, it's not enough, and you would have to top up. And if you're starting, your salary wouldn't be as much. So you may end up spending all your money on childcare. So my personal advice, for me, I had to leave my daughter, who was about 2 years behind. I came over. A year later, I went and brought her. She's now in university. You can do it. I will not discourage you, but you have to weigh the risks, advantages and disadvantages. Remember to like,